just do this, just do that. What do I mean by that? Well, I'll talk about it in a minute, but I'd like to introduce myself first of all. My name is Ghazala. I'm at the Heart and Soul Cafe. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I so very much appreciate it. And if you're here for the first time, then welcome aboard. Just do this, just do that. So what do I mean? Well, I've shared with so many of you and in so many videos that I very sadly lost my son just over 4 years ago. I counsel and support women who have also experienced child loss, and I've been doing that for about 3.5 years now. So I'm going to share some of the things that I've heard said to myself, and some of my clients have shared with me what they have been, what's been said to them. Things like, is this normal? I mean, have you seen a doctor? I mean, it's been some time now. Do you think you should have moved on by now, or you should have got over it by now? I mean, is this normal? Oh, I think you should get out more. I think, you're just spending too much time at home, and you should just get out and mingle with people. You'll feel better. Just think positive. Don't dwell on what the struggle is. Just think positively and everything will be okay. Distract yourself. Find things to distract you. That's what I think you should do. Just put a smile on your face. That'll help. Absolutely. Helps me. It'll help you. Be strong. Be brave. You are so strong. You are so brave. I've heard that so much. Be strong, be brave. Now, the message I get from that is when someone says, Ghazala, you are so strong, you are so brave. What I get from that is, Ghazala, while I'm not really that comfortable about what you're going through, so I just need you to be strong and I need you to be brave, because I can't really handle it otherwise. And what else is it saying? I think it's saying that while you are in my presence, I don't give you permission to sort of expose any of your grieving symptoms while you're in my presence, because I can't handle that. So I need you to be brave and I need you to be strong, and that's what you are. So that's the message I get from that, which means that I'm what I'm actually feeling needs to be suppressed, and I need to wear a mask, and that is the only way I am able to be in that person's presence, in their company, and that's the only way they can handle it, and that's the only way they would like me to present myself. So I can't be anywhere close to my authentic self. If I am struggling, then I can't really say, I can't really share, and that's not good, and that's not a good thing. A true friend would be not saying that. You see, when people say these things, it's not coming from a place of unkindness, it's coming from a place of ignorance. They don't know what to say. They think they are doing the best thing. They think that they are saying the right thing, because they're too busy trying to fix it for you. And there isn't any fixing, as we know. There isn't any fixing. When it comes to mental health, when it comes to grief, there isn't really any quick fix. It's to sit with and validate and acknowledge and process and allow that person to sit there with their open wound, and for you to say, I'll sit with you. I'll sit with you right now. And if you want to cry a little, that's fine. We can have a cry. And if you just want to talk about it, then you can talk about it, and I will listen. And if you just want to sit quietly, then I can sit quietly too. And that is what that person needs. Not you should do this and you should do that. That's not actually going to help. So the reason for me to really, make this video is just to raise awareness about that. It's the difference between empathy and sympathy. To sympathize with somebody is, oh, I'm so sorry that you're, going through that. And there's a barrier between, you and I when somebody is sympathizing like that. But to empathize means that you are on the same side as them. You're with them. You're standing in their shoes. You're looking at the world from their perspective. And when you do that, most people wouldn't say the things that they say if they were truly empathizing with somebody. So it's the ability to look at the world from that person's perspective as best they possibly can. They might not have experienced what the other person has experienced. So it's not that, oh, I know exactly what you're going through. Even when, when I've lost a child, when I'm talking to another mother who has lost a child, I will never say I know exactly what you're going through, because I don't. She is her own person. Her relationship with her child, completely unique relationship, completely different to my relationship with my son. So it isn't the same experience. So it isn't that I know what she is going through or that she knows what I am going through. It's to acknowledge and have that realization that, yes, we have had similar experiences. And on that basis, we can hopefully find a meaningful connection and, feel that the other person is understanding when I'm sharing what I'm feeling. But I'm not ever going to know exactly what the other person is feeling, and vice versa. That isn't possible. So as I say, it's coming from a place of ignorance. Most people are kind people and they mean well. They, aren't saying anything to be, to cause any harm or, to be unkind. That isn't what most people are doing. But I think it's important to think about what we say to others. Just do this, just do that. You wouldn't say to someone who is in a wheelchair, just get up and walk. Why don't you do that? If somebody has been diagnosed with diabetes, you wouldn't say, well, just ignore it and carry on eating the way you're eating, and medication, you don't need to take that. We wouldn't do that. We wouldn't say that. So why are we saying things to the effect of what we're saying to people who are struggling mentally, either with the poor mental health, or they're grieving, or their grief has led to a mental health condition? So why are we saying some of the things that we hear, what I hear? And it is sad, but it's quite important for us to raise awareness, to talk about these things is important. And it reduces the stigma around mental health, around subjects like grief, because most people think, oh, that's a bit uncomfortable and I'd rather not talk about it, and let's just brush it under the carpet and pretend that it's not there. But we can't do that. We can't do that with mental health, with poor mental health. We can't do that with grieving and bereavement and loss, because loss is a part of life. We are all going to leave this world one day. We are going to experience somebody else that we love and we care for and we care about. We'll probably, most of us will experience losing someone in our lives. Most of us do at some point in our lives. So it's something that we do need to talk about. Why is it such a taboo subject? I don't really get that. But yes, if the more we talk about it, the more education we sort of spread around the subject, and the more people will sort of realize that that isn't really a helpful thing to say, is it? If someone's lost a husband, well, you're so pretty and young, you could get married again. Well, doesn't that person know that? But that's not really the thing that they're thinking about right now. I know that we live in a really disposable society and we want everything right now, and you know, something breaks down, we just get something, you know, get another one, we order another one from Amazon. Well, it's not the same thing with lives, that we can just, you know, replace somebody, you know, at a click of a finger. And if someone's, you know, lost a child, the amount of people, clients that have shared with me, you know, who have lost a young child, you know, you can go on and have another child, you can have another baby. Well, she already knows that, because, you know, she's obviously had children, you know, she knows. But you saying that isn't, you know, you can't just replace one child with another child, you know. And things have to go through their natural, you know, sort of cause as well. They'd have to sort of naturally come to that. Yeah, you have to allow people room and space to come to that decision. We don't need to sort of spell it out for them, because they already know that. They know what their options are for the future. You know, we don't need to spell it out for them like that. Again, you know, most people are saying that from a place of kindness, but the more we talk about it, and the more we sort of raise awareness and talk about things that we shouldn't really be saying, I think people will realize that, and people think, oh, I have said that in the past, and yeah, I get that, you know, that isn't really a helpful thing to say for someone who's just lost, you know, a loved one. It's not probably the best thing to say. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found the content of it helpful. If you feel that someone would benefit from watching it, please do share. Please do like. Please subscribe. We need people to subscribe in order to build this community, and that's really what I would like to do. We've got a few subscribers, and I thank you so much for those of you who have subscribed to the channel. It means so much to me. But yes, we do need many, many more, and so hopefully we'll get there. You know, because I'm not really, well, I'm not going to give up. I'm here. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, look after your hearts and souls. Thank you.